Chilling tales for dark nights.
The Rocks by Corban and Craig Groshek. Once upon a time, there was a man taking a walk in the dark, dark woods when he came upon a tree near a strange pile of rocks. And there, sitting alone on the rocks, was some thing with long, dirty hair and glistening claws. Behind its filthy, greasy locks, the man spotted a pair of sunken, glowing eyes. The man knew he had to be as quiet as he could, so he hid behind a nearby tree and stood as still as a statue. But though he tried the best he could, he was so scared that he couldn't stop shaking. And the thing saw him and turned in his direction, sniffing the air like a dog. The man had no idea what to do, so he did the only thing he could think of. He held his breath and waited, and waited, and waited. A moment later, the man heard a scurrying sound, like feet on rocks, followed by a muffled screeching. He was so frightened that he nearly fainted. Then, as suddenly as the clamor began, all was quiet. A few minutes passed, and the man hadn't heard so much as the telltale snap of a twig breaking. Thinking the creature had taken its leave, the man peeked out from behind the tree. Realizing he couldn't see the creature anymore, the man decided to make a run for it. That's when he saw them. Hundreds of them, just like the first one he'd seen, were everywhere. He watched, frozen in fear, as they crawled out of the gaps between the rocks. Their pitch-black hair and luminescent eyes blurred together as they clambered over one another like squirming insects. And they were all coming for him. It was then he realized what the screeching sound he'd heard earlier had been. A dinner bell.
Chilling tales for dark nights.